And here we are, folks, out in the wilderness. As you can see, the trees are just all littered and adorned with the Spanish moss, just everywhere. And also, along with the Spanish moss, it's quite common to see these air plants on the trees as well. And as you can see here, folks, just all sorts of air plants growing on the branches. Definitely gonna pick me up some of this Spanish moss here and there and everywhere. Just picking me some Spanish moss. Hey there, everyone, and I thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of my garden adventures. Today, what I'm going to be talking to you guys all about is the air plants, or also known as the tillandsias. And I have two here before you because I actually was able to get this right from a forest area right around the corner from my house because, fortunate for me, in the state of Florida, it is within its natural habitat that these grow wild in nature. So definitely a great thing because I love the fact that it has such a beautiful tropical effect. So definitely when you include them into your orchids or your garden displays, they definitely give off that tropical, whimsical feel. Okay, so what we are looking at now is actually the Spanish moss, the infamous Spanish moss that everybody commonly talks about. And definitely it is an amazing plant, just hangs and just really blows in the wind and again just gives that wonderful tropical effect. Now looking into this plant, we will find its actual blossom, or what used to be its blossom, because now it is the spent form of the blossom. And if you can see here, there's kind of this like fluffy material on here. And this fluffy material is actually the seed of this tillandsia, or the Spanish moss, because it's encased, of course, within this blossom. Now also, the air plant right here, which again, I am not a collector of air plants, so I don't quite know exactly the name, but this right here is considered the bract of this air plant, because this is not actually the flower, but the flowers are miniature, and again, they come off of this bract. So now, because the Spanish moss and also this air plant has blossoms, guess what? This is also known as a very popular plant. That's right. This is known as a bromeliad. Imagine that. What a strange fact. A bromeliad? Really? Wow. So definitely very interesting plant. And as we turn this plant over, you will see this, what appears to be its root system. Well, guys, this does not act as its root system at all, although it looks like it. What this actually does, it is something that allows the plant to stabilize itself. So basically, it attaches to trees and other plants, and that is what allows it to basically be stabilized and allows it to grow. So definitely, it does not receive its nourishment from what appears to be the roots, but as you guys know, it actually receives its nourishment from the actual foliage. And these right here, folks, are my orchids in a hanging container. And what I've done here, folks, is I've just simply added air plants to add a little bit more of a tropical feel. And definitely, it just adds such amazing texture. Definitely makes it a visual focal piece. This is like a natural piece of artwork right here, folks. And it's beautiful. Just using simple air plants. Okay, so now it is time for the fun part of the segment of our show. And I'm going to show you how to make a quick arts and craft tropical orchid arrangement just using the materials that we have right here, which is the tillandsia, the Spanish moss, and also the grapevine wreath. And here we have a cattleya. And I'm going to go through this like really quick. I'm not going to mount anything down, but definitely just want to give you an idea of what we can do here. So all I'm doing is placing this Spanish moss right here on the grapevine wreath. Then I am actually taking this huge clump of tillandsia and I'm going to prop it up like so. And as you can see, it's already started to make quite a nice living arrangement. And then I'm just going to go ahead and plop, and I'm not going to take this out of its pot, but I definitely just want to give you an idea of what something like this would look like. So definitely, folks, as you can see, we've just now quickly made a tropical wreath out of some common known plants. And can you imagine when this starts blooming, you would have some flowers also along with this in this beautiful arrangement? Wow, how easy was that, folks? How easy was that? And here you go, folks. This is our completed project. How awesome is that? Your natural tropical display made of air plants and tillandsias, grapevine, and also orchids. But how in the world would you maintain such a thing, you ask? Simple, just like this. And for those who would love to bring the look of the outdoors in, and indeed bring the natural appeal of the tropics into their home, this is a very easy display to make. As you guys can see, I definitely used the air plants here. Also added some ferns and some very ornamental foliage in here. And I added the air plants that are dangling on these grapevines. Okay, folks, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another garden adventure with me, Maria Young. And I hope that this video was useful for you and really showed you some creative ideas on how to decorate using these air plants and, of course, your orchid plants as well. And if you guys like this video, please be sure to like. And, of course, if you guys want to stay posted and updated, be the first to know exactly what's going on in my orchid tropical world, please be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please be sure to post them as well, because as you guys know, I always like to hear from you guys. This has been Maria Young saying to you, thank you so much.